Okay, okay. We're live. Yay.
We're alive.
We're live. I was joking with Lisa last week and I was like, "You are live" goes across the screen. So, it's good to know that somebody thinks we are, you know? We're live. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here with Peter. It's the second Wednesday of the month, and this is where we talk about all about websites. Hey
We
Peter.
can have a theme, website Wednesdays.
Hey, there we go. I love that. I'm going to add that in. I'm going to add that in. I love it. I love it. So we were before we posted, hopped on. We were talking about how important it is for the website, and then what exactly to have on your homepage.
hmm
All right, let's jump into that, Peter.
Yeah, so it can be hard to kind of figure out when you are whatever business you are, like you want to start right away going, hey, la la la, I'm this, I'm that, I'm awesome, I'm great, check me out. And and we start talking about us as the business, like, hey, I have this service and we're great, and so there's some of that you need to get to, but the very first thing that someone should probably see on their website is, this is a strategy question, is
Mhm.
who is your ideal client, who's your ideal customer. And so when they get to that first little bit of your website, can they go, oh, this is for me, like this is the information that I need because this is who I am.
Mhm.
So whether that's a person or a problem that you solve, that they right away can go, oh, okay, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking for that.
Right.
And so a lot of times that's talking, we have to talk to the customer. We have to talk to them about the benefits, versus, the product or service.
Mhm.
So the common thing I hear people say is, I bought a drill, but did I really need a drill or did I need a hole?
Right.
Like, what's the result that I'm after? I'm like, I would like really nice drilled holes in this piece of wood. So I just happen to use this tool, a drill, to do that. So do we need to talk about the drill or do we need to talk about the hole?
Right.
Is the idea. So
Mhm.
that's a big piece to really think about, when you're going, what's the really that first opening, uh, uh, image and text that someone's going to see, uh, on that homepage. Again, with the image, if the image is really off from what either you're doing or the benefit of what you're doing, or helping the client, the prospect, identify themselves in that image,
Mhm.
then we're missing the point there too. So those things should be connected visually and, from a content, side of it as well.
Right.
So that's, a couple things. Let's see. Oh, those are your comments. Thought
Yeah.
maybe someone popped in there.
Yeah, well, it's cool because the comments can pop up for YouTube and Facebook. I just learned that, so it's all about learning here. So I fluctuate back and forth between the two so that you can kind of see. But this makes me think of something very interesting, Peter, and I'm sure you get this a lot. A lot of times people are like, "Well, do I really need a website? Why can't I just
Mm.
have a landing page?" So, kind of explain, if you can, the difference of, how important it is to actually have a website with all your information on it versus just a landing page.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what you're doing. So on a homepage, you can have a lot of things. So you kind of have that opening, hey, this is what we are and what we do. And you could have on that homepage, uh, some more things on, here's ways that we do this. And you could have on that homepage, here's some client testimonials, and maybe a case study.
Mhm.
So you could have bits and pieces of all that on the homepage, so someone can do a quick glance and see what that's there. But then, like, people want to dig deeper. So I've got, 5 testimonials on the homepage. Awesome. But I have a page that has 50 testimonials.
Mhm.
let them dig deeper into that and have that chance. So maybe I have one case study on the homepage, but then I have a page that has 5 or 6 or 8, however many case studies, depending on what you need. So
Right.
people can dig deeper into what they're looking for. So from a general marketing standpoint, if you are driving traffic with paid ads or something like that, then a landing page is often all you need
Okay.
because you're driving traffic with ads, like you're
Hmm.
sending traffic there. If you want to get the advantage of organic traffic, non-paid traffic, someone just goes to Google and types in some keywords and you want your website to show up, it's not going to happen with one page.
Okay.
It's definitely going to take more content and ongoing content to get Google's attention
Hmm.
and helping the site to actually begin to rank. So it's not just about a volume of content; it's how well written is the content, the length of the content, how the content links together in the website, um, and then how that gets shared out on social media, and so driving organic social media traffic as well
Hmm.
with that is super important as well. So there's a lot of factors that go into that, but if you really want to start taking advantage of organic traffic, then the content on the website super important. So Google has a formula that they call EAT,
Eat.
EAT, which is expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. Is it trustworthiness? Hang on, I'm going to
Okay.
Google it.
Okay. We're gonna
Google
Google it
Eats.
while we're on here.
Know this. Um, yeah, expertise. Yeah, it is expertise. I said it right.
Yay!
Expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. So when you create a page on your website, especially something that you want to dive deeper into whatever you're talking about, Google's looking at, are you an expert
Hmm.
on that topic, or is that content referencing someone who is an expert?
Okay.
Uh, and so that the names, the titles, like those things of the person behind the content becomes important
Right.
uh, for what people are going to, or how Google is going to rank that page. It also helps people as they're looking at that to go, oh, this is an expert that's saying this.
Right.
That makes that important. Well, and then that kind of leads into that authoritativeness. So, how well is it written? Does it reference other articles? Does it have links? Is there a video there that gives us more information? Is there graphics or pictures that reinforce the topic that we're talking about? And
Right.
then general trustworthiness. So, can we reference another authority, like an online review that says, here's what an online reviewer said about this?
Hmm.
And so that establishes and builds that trust with the content on that page. So those things are the actual core of what Google is using to decide how important this page is around a set of keywords for that page.
Right.
So that's how you build really good pages. And a simple thing to do is, if you really want to rank for a set of keywords, a keyword phrase, put that into the search engine and see what results come up.
Hmm.
And whatever is the first page, go look at that page and
Right.
you will see this EAT formula on that page. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
So you got to go, okay, my page needs to be as good as or better than this page.
Hmm.
So you can't copy it.
Right.
Because
No copying. No
that,
copying.
one, it won't work. And
Hmm.
two, that's not cool.
Hmm.
So you got to go, how can I, from my perspective, create a page that has the expertise, that's authoritative and trustworthy as that page?
Awesome.
And
I
if you
love it.
do that, yeah, if you do that, then you got a really good shot at doing very well for that keyword phrase and getting lots of good organic traffic.
Right. Well, and I think, a lot of times, full transparency, you guys, uh, our company, Top Hat, has been working with Peter forever. We work with him with the online reviews, and he has since taken over our website and really changed it up to represent more of what we do with Top Hat, which is basically working with doctors, chiropractors, orthodontists, things like that, within the healthcare industry, because it's the number one searched industry online. So we're always looking to him to help us out, with having a robust website. I would never dream of doing my own website. Peter knows how technically challenged I am. So that would never happen. I know there's people out there that do theirs and they're pretty good, but
Sure.
in the long run, every now and then, isn't it good to have someone, an expert or someone that you know and trust, an expert, an authoritative person, a trustworthy
Right.
person, have them come in and just do a quick audit of your website to make sure you're getting the most out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, and that can be a tricky place too, because there could be, if you took me and a couple other guys or gals and looked at the same website, we might come to some different conclusions about aspects of that.
Hmm.
But there's probably going to be some key things. The key thing is also using some good tools. Like, all of us web folks usually have some different tools that we use to help us do that analysis to see what's really going on with the site, what keywords is a site already ranking for, and to get a better understanding of what's happening and a look at the competition.
Okay.
Any keyword phrase that you're trying to win for is partially about what you can do and what you need to do on your own website, but then it's also about what's everybody else doing,
Hmm.
what's my competition doing, and understanding that landscape, being able to see that. So most of us web folks can do some analysis like that, to really see what is going on and what's happening and what you need to do next. And usually that the even though we might disagree on certain aspects of some of that, the answer is usually the same. Better
Right.
content, better
Hmm.
content, more frequent content. And then at some point you can start to look at, how do you get more links back to your website and link building? So there's a whole other thing we could talk about that, another time if you want,
Hmm.
to talk about that. But the first place that you can do that you have the most control over is on your website itself,
Right.
and being able to improve the content, um, set up the content well on the page, link pages internally on the website. Those are the first things that you have, and you have the most control of that. You don't
Hmm.
necessarily have the most control over how you're getting links back to your website to help improve that. And there are lots of ways to do that, but you definitely have all the control of what's on your website. So of your digital marketing assets,
Hmm.
the things that you actually own. Market.
Sorry, sorry, sorry. You gotta love Facebook Lives. No, stop
That
it.
was frightening.
Stop
I'm
it.
like, what is that?
I know. Hang on
I was
just a
scared.
second. Hang on.
And I'm going to continue. Of all your digital marketing assets, as we were talking about before the dog went crazy there, the
Okay, just sit here and riff for me, Peter. Okay,
yes,
just so people know, I'm not in my office, as you can tell. I'm visiting my parents down in Texas, so my internet's a little wonky, and poor Peter keeps freezing up. And then my dogs just started viciously barking at the postman that walked by the front yard. So it's good times here in Texas. So I thought I timed it just right with this Facebook Live that he had already come, and apparently I was wrong. So
oops,
woohoo.
no biggie.
So, um, and yeah, that was a little
So
frightening because I almost jumped out of my skin. Go ahead.
the so we're talking about your marketing assets. So you own your branding, right? You can create the graphics and the image and your logo and your colors, right? You own that. You create that.
Hmm.
You own your email
Right.
lists, your database. You own that. You own your website it's one of those
Mhm.
things that you own and you have the most control of. So if I'm going to invest time, energy, and effort, invest it in the things that you own first, and
Mhm.
then you can add on the other. Then you can go, okay, hey, let me build out, a strong social media presence. That and now I have a really robust website where I can send that traffic
Yeah.
and make it work for me. So
And you want, I mean, realistically, you want people to learn about you and learn what you do as soon as they get onto your website. They're
yeah.
like, "Oh, yeah, this is what I need," and they stay on the website and they start looking more. Is there, just out of curiosity, we'll touch base on this before we wrap up. Um, Obviously, photos, pictures, things like that that tie in with what you do. But in your opinion, and I know this is sort of starting to come around now with YouTube and Google, is video is really, really so important in all aspects. But maybe having some videos on your website.
Oh, yeah. So critically important. And I've been talking about that for years,
Hmm.
years. And having a mix of different types of videos on the website. So there ought to be on the you probably have 3 to 4 really key pages. You got your home page, you've got like maybe a services page or different services, a couple of different pages like that, even your about page. There ought to be a video on there.
Hmm.
And so if you go to our website, dmdo.com, on the homepage, there's a video. And so I had a number of professional videos done for that purpose. And the key services pages have video
Hmm.
on there that talks about more about what we do and how we do it. So that to me is really critical to give people the option of either watching a video or yeah, they could scroll down and read the content and all that, and that's fine. You give them both, uh,
Hmm.
and allow people to engage with your content the way that they want to.
Right. Yeah, I love that. I think that's one thing we've been working with you on, is to get video reviews onto our website. And one
Yep.
thing that I do want to do for other clients' websites is make sure that we've got video on there, because I think that's key now. People, the attention span right now is so short. So if you can get a really great attention grabbing video going, that's going to serve you really well.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, and you
Awesome.
can do different a variety, right? You got the
Hmm.
testimonial videos; those are awesome. So we use those, throughout that. We had some, produced for that. And there's new tools that we've seen coming out that makes it super easy for clients to leave those reviews with videos. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's having that mix of content that's video, text, is really important.
Right. Right. Awesome. Yay. Well, thank you, Peter.
Yeah,
I
I can talk
appreciate it.
about websites all day long, but
I
I
know.
don't think anybody wants to do that. We
I
like,
know. Well, I mean, the stuff that we do, we could talk about it all day long. We could just go for hours, and it's like, oh, let's cut it into little snippets throughout the month
yes,
so that it's
small
not
pieces, let
so
people
overwhelming.
absorb, and then
Yes.
think of
Ex-
questions they could ask us.
right. Well, and what we do is every Wednesday, I pin Facebook Live that Wednesday at the top of the Facebook page until the next week. So you
Great.
guys, Peter will go back in to our Facebook page and he will put his contact information in the comments for you guys so you can reach out to him. Highly recommend you giving him a call. We trust him so much. I have him with our Top Hat creative marketing website, and he also helps me with the Boob Report website. And I cannot stress enough how trustworthy he is. He's an expert, an authority, and trustworthy. I can't even say it enough. Eat, eat, eat. So
Eat, eat.
yes. All right, Peter. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again
Yep.
soon.
Thanks, Michelle.